Game 3 is in Pool C on day 1 of the HSBC Sevens World Series second tournament of the 2016-2017 season. It is a perfect day in the mother city of Cape Town. The second year that this city has hosted the South African leg of the Sevens. It's New Zealand against Argentina. A massive lead in the head-to-head for New Zealand, 64 games to 7, but coming off a very disappointing tournament in Dubai. A lot of changes in this New Zealand squad for this season. They're captained by Scott Curry, and former All Black Sevens player Carl Tanana is in commentary for this one. Huge changes in coaching staff and in personnel, Carl. It's going to be a tough series.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's a new day for them, but I'm sure they'll be disappointed after last week's effort. But, a very tough game against the Puma straight up, so they know they have to be on point. It's going to be a physical one, that's for sure.
And Argentina, captained by Gaston Revol, he led the way for the Argentines in Dubai in defensive efforts. He was one of the top tacklers in that event, so setting the example. That was his 50th World Series tournament for Gaston Revol. Just the one change for Argentina in their squad. Secundo Tucalet falling out, and Renzo Barbier, who will wear jersey number 12, is his replacement. Didn't take part in the Dubai series. Gaston Revol.
Yeah, Nori, I got you. Thank you.
And Scott Curry, the captain of New Zealand. Lost out in the quarterfinals in Dubai last week to South Africa. And Curry taking over the captaincy from DJ Forbes, a very familiar figure on the HSBC Sevens World Circuit, former captain, handing over the reins now. Craig Evans of Wales, the referee for this one. And a tough pool this, because also in it England and Canada. England third place finishes in Dubai, so this is a very important fixture first up for these two teams. You'd back England to go through, so perhaps one of these two.
Fine.
The winner of this game potentially decisive. Through the hands of another very experienced man in Tim Mickelson, and Sherwin Stowers gaining some early momentum, but then the ball lost forward. Scrum advantage is now over, and wide go Argentina. Good spot tackle made by Dylan Collier for New Zealand. Made a good decision there. Barbier with his first carry, and then off the boot of an Argentine player, so no knock on there.
I'll call it.
Holding on is the call. Quick tap from Rocky Khan. And then
leave it.
Already, Matt, you can see though the defense on both sides very, very strong. Here's the offload. Unfortunately, Collier looked like he was going to pull out. He got the call from Tim Mickelson on the outside. They had numbers, but already the physicality by both of these sides very prominent to start this one.
And renewed urgency at scrum time in sevens. Wonderful to see. Restricted amount of time. The scrum has to take place within 15 seconds. Just lots of little elements and introductions of this season aimed at speeding the game up, more ball in play time. All appreciated by the big crowd here. Beautiful pick up and offload from Luna. And Sabato bouncing off his man, finds Luna in support once again. Some good scramble defense though from New Zealand. They were caught a little off guard by that brilliant pickup. Delgui with some good stepping. Clean ball at the ruck for Argentina. And the full width of the field being used in both directions here. Set by Sabato. And the quick tap taken by Argentina. This is going to be the first score of the game. Fernando Luna opens the scoring for Argentina. Wonderful score.
Well, this is what they're so good at, getting off their feet and getting in support. And Fernando Luna, one of the best for the Argentinians. Here's the one earlier on, making a nice little bit of play with his footwork there. He says peace with 2 fingers, but Fernando Luna, great forward for Argentina.
We spoke about the captain having played his 50th tournament in Dubai, Gaston Revol. Fernando Luna, this is his 30th. Plenty of experience in this Argentine side. They defeated New Zealand here last year. That's a beautiful conversion as well. How important might that prove to be?
Just a little roop around. It was a nice pass there from the number 2, Santiago Alvarez, just recognising where the support player was coming from. It was in the inside, it wraps around the outside. Great positional play.
9.
Victorious over New Zealand in the quarterfinals here in Cape Town a year ago by 22 points to 19. So Argentina will have brought very good memories of that with them to the mother city this year. Mickelson now for New Zealand. Some wonderful acceleration by Tim Mickelson. They're not going to catch him. That's just brilliant.
Well, he has been voted the best player on the Sevens circuit before, Timmy Mickelson. It was interesting that Argentina went long. I think they looked at how South Africa and Dubai really pinned New Zealand in their 22, but they didn't chase up with any urgency. And Tim Mickelson, just the right footstep, and he's always had this natural speed to finish. It's great to see him stretching his legs once again, Timmy Mickelson.
So New Zealand heading straight back, and the conversion is good as well. Tied up at 7 apiece in this crucial Pool C fixture. Tomasi Thama there, the second place man on the all-time try scorers list, has joined the coaching staff now.
Yeah, he's the assistant coach this weekend, so it's great to have him involved, the guy with that knowledge for a New Zealand perspective, that's for sure.
Short restart from New Zealand, and beautifully tapped back by Collier, got up in front of his man. Restarts so vitally important. It's an area of the game that South Africa said they were working particularly hard on going into this series.
Tackle only.
And the contestable restart perfectly executed by New Zealand on this occasion. And it's Collier through the middle, and then the offload is good for Kiri Kiri. Well, vital intervention from Osadchuk, Matthias Osadchuk.
Oh, initially it was great attack. Dylan Collier with a left foot step, the ball out the back door. Antonio Kiri Kiri from here, you would have put your mortgage on him scoring, but look at that desperation in defence.
Just enough onto Antonio Kiri Kiri to dislodge the ball.
Bind. Set.
Big effort at scrum time, but an illegal one, says referee Craig Evans of Wales, as New Zealand were looking to apply pressure 5 metres out from the Argentine line. And the clearance from the penalty, not finding touch, tapped back into play. Sione Molia. Khan. New Zealand always very patient on the ball, waiting for opportunities in the opposition defence. That's a good counter-ruck from Argentina. And then reorganising well on defence. A little chip over the top from Molia. Well read by Argentina. Well, they're trying desperately to keep the ball alive, but it's gone awry for Argentina. Pressure on the line here. That's lost forward. And a real opportunity for New Zealand. They are going to get over. Sherwin Stowers is the scorer for New Zealand. They had 3 men on hand. And Argentina making a bit of a hash of that on defence.
Well, they get back initially, but to see there's no excuses for these drop balls. It's nice and beautiful conditions. It's not slippery whatsoever. So opportunistic try for New Zealand, but I'm sure they'll take that. Sherwin Stowers with a second.
Well, it's the perfect end to the first half. New Zealand, after conceding an early try, go into the break 14-7 to the good.
Just have patience on attack. Look, heading up to it. People start scanning. They actually see the lines. The offense got on. Look the ball carrier to carry. It's obvious. Require it. Working on that. Where's the work, okay, what you do? Work.
For me, Matt, this New Zealand team, it's the older players that are really stepping up.
Well, welcome back to day one of the Cape Town Sevens. Coming up next, England against Canada, France, Kenya, Fiji, Japan, Australia, USA. We're ready for the second half of game three. It's New Zealand against Argentina.
Ready?
Argentina going up by 7 points to 0 early on in the game. Since then, 2 converted tries for New Zealand. Second half underway via Gaston Revor, Argentina's captain. We heard Scott Curry during the half-time break imploring his New Zealand teammates to stay patient on attack, Carl.
Yeah, and that's what I've done here. You can see they're not rushing it, just setting up if it's not on. Try and get their bridge there quickly in the halfback and clear it.
Very noticeable in Dubai last week from all of the teams is how unusual it is to commit numbers at the breakdown. And also the effectiveness of the odd kick here and there, which we saw there. Great chase from Mickelson. And New Zealand quick to go from the penalty. Goes wide for Rocky Khan and stepping through the tackle. Wonderful start to this second half for New Zealand. Under the posts. Another 7 almost guaranteed.
Like you said though, Matt, it came from the option of the kick from Tim Mickelson. The defence was up from Argentina. There was no sweeper employed, so a lot of greenery and hard on the chase. Antonio Kitty giving the last pass to Rocky Khan over the top, taking out 2 defenders. Good recognition, well done.
It's funny, there was a point in sevens where kicking was almost frowned upon, but its effectiveness can't be underestimated when, as you say, no sweeper in place. It's about reading the play.
100%. You know, we've seen a couple already, especially Argentina from the kickoff. There's the last pass through 2 defenders by Kitty. But it is a viable option now because the defences are so good.
Let's speed this up. You know exactly what you're doing.
Just a word from the referee, Craig Evans, as well, to just telling Rocky Khan he's got to get a move on with the kickoff. That's another requirement, that the kickoff must take place within 30 seconds of the conversion being kicked.
Kick not 10.
That kickoff not travelling the required 10 metres. So Argentina with a free kick on halfway. Drink from Jose Barros Sosa, who came on as a replacement after the half-time break. And that's sloppy from Argentina, and quick to pounce New Zealand. Very good line speed on defence, but having dived on the ball, not released. So Argentina quick to tap and go. Osadzchuk, foot in touch, flag up.
Great defence though from New Zealand. The shadow on the inside. Scott Curry, the one-on-one tackle on the outside. Selene Molia takes in that inside ball. And Argentina need to release that till just a little bit earlier and create more space, but New Zealand have been on point with their defence so far.
Khan with the throw, not controlled by New Zealand, and tap back on the side of Argentina. Khan is in there trying to slow the ball up unsuccessfully. Argentina need one right now. And some beautiful stepping from Lautaro Bazan-Velez. Quick recycle for Argentina. Sosa. Wonderful little burst of acceleration from Sosa. Jose Barros Sosa, the replacement. Had a lot to do to finish off that opportunity.
Just a nice little bit of straightening here. First from Fernando Luna as the first receiver, holds up the defence, and this guy drifts across, and just right there when he makes a step, he's very, very low to the ground.
Oh, thank you.
That's a good score.
Certainly not the biggest man, Jose Barros Sosa. The conversion is pulled left. Some wonderful pace and power.
It's an important miss conversion though, because it's still a 2-score game, but look at him here, powers through with those legs. He wasn't held to, he's allowed to go on, but an important restart right now for Argentina.
Well, certainly contestable from the restart, but well controlled by New Zealand. But the Argentine defence not good at all, and Yopo Aso goes from halfway.
Well, he's been in the sevens team before, has Yopo Aso. He's back this season, and he's going to add something, that's for sure. He's a big man, obviously, but he's got some pace, he's got some power. You can see here, he just runs over the top of what Argentina are very strong at their defence, and he backs himself, finished from deep. This is 60 metres out on the angle, coming with a bit of starch is Yopo Aso. I love it.
More handoffs in that try that some players would perform in an entire tournament. Fantastic strength from Yopo Aso. That conversion has gone wide.
First there, Scott Curry. Yopo Aso positions himself beautifully. First off the kickoff, he runs over one, fends off a second, and then he's able to finish from deep. Very impressive.
Time on.
So with just a minute and some change to play, New Zealand look to have this one wrapped up.
Not 10, free kick.
Along with England and Canada in this pool, Pool C.
Not 10, black.
You speak about the teams in the side, that makes these first games oh so important, just to get that W.
Now Argentina go wide. Jose Barros Sosa has been a good influence since making his appearance as a replacement, but Argentina holding on. The defensive work, the breakdown work from New Zealand, certainly superior in this opening game. And again, little holes being found in the defensive line by Rocky Khan, but that patience that Scott Curry was asking for to the fore here now again. Happy to go backwards before finding an opportunity to advance. Argentina quick to pull out of that breakdown. And yet another gap found. Junior Nalaufa.
Not gone? No.
Siren sound, so ball still alive.
Not gone.
But there was a knock-on called by the assistant referee. Craig Evans blows his final whistle. So after conceding an early try to Argentina, New Zealand powering back with 4 of their own. One of them just before half-time that gave them the opportunity, and 26-12 winners against Argentina.
Well, we're joined by Tim Mickelson. You now become the highest scoring All Black Sevens player. How are you feeling about your achievement?
Yeah, it's good, you know. Tries, the boys set me up and I just try to finish them. You know, we really wanted to start well versus Archie and we did that.
Well, it's also always a party here in Cape Town. What is it about the Cape Town Sevens that you enjoy so much?
Oh, you know, it's great. Atmosphere and there's great facilities. The best on the World Series, to be honest, and it's awesome stadium and awesome crowd to play against.
All the best for the rest of the weekend. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.